Hello and welcome to episode 39 of the Wee Podcast. It is Clark here with Phil.
Hello.
And this week we thought we'd look at lying. Or did we?
No.
Yeah, we did. So this episode's all about lying. Basically, we're going to look at how we learn to lie, why we lie, and what we lie about. So yeah, we hope you enjoy it. Telling of lies or false statements, untruthfulness. From boyhood, he has never been good at lying. It's one of our favourite things. That's the definition of it from the Oxford Dictionary.
Okay.
Yeah. Said, in brackets, square brackets, LAHY-ING, lying.
Lying.
Just in case you don't know how to say it.
It's a very good name.
You can find more synonyms on thesaurus.com if that's what you want to do.
Synonyms.
So we thought we'd start this one with a game of true truths and a lie.
Two truths and a lie.
One of us, basically, if you've never played it before, you say three statements. Two of them are true, one of them's a lie, and the other person needs to try and figure out which is which. We'll make the rule you can ask two questions about each statement.
Okay.
And then you can go from there.
Okay.
So do you want to go first or am I to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. I'll go first, right?
Okay.
So I usually wear dark coloured clothes.
Okay.
Okay. I love cinnamon flavoured everything.
Okay.
Okay. And then Pokemon Pinball was my favourite game the majority of my childhood.
I definitely remember speaking about the last one because my dad used to love it too.
Mm-hmm.
And we've spoken about that.
Yeah. But is it my favourite game? The majority of my childhood. Do I love cinnamon flavoured everything?
I have to admit, I don't know.
That's why I was trying, because it genuinely took me
That's
five
a good
minutes to try and get things. We've talked about so many things in this.
I can
it's
imagine,
very hard not to find out what ones you don't know.
I could imagine that you do, because I sort of like it. So, but not everything. Like, I wouldn't be like, here, gives a packet of cinnamon crisps.
Why?
I don't know, just tell me that good. So, first one, you wear dark clothes, which I think is a fair statement.
I said I usually wear dark coloured clothes.
Yeah, because now you're not.
Yeah.
You're not wearing any clothes. No, I do.
Don't let them know!
And then we've got the cinnamon flavoured everything, and then
Pokemon Pinball.
Okay. So, two questions about the clothes. Can I just transfer the questions to something else?
Well,
because I don't feel like I need them for the first one.
you can't really, because then that's three questions.
No, that's fair.
Does that not get three questions per statement?
No, because I don't know if you.
Or if you want to have four for one, I mean, it's up to you. But
no, we'll do two for each.
Okay.
So, let's see.
Well, that's sort of limited one.
So I'm gonna go. The first one is,
for which statement?
So this is the first statement. So that you wear dark coloured clothes more often than not. So, when would you not wear, sort of
It's very dirty.
When would you not wear sort of darker coloured clothes?
When I'm in bed.
In your bed. Okay. What's your favourite colour?
Red.
Okay, I've never seen you wear red in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Next
Really?
one. Yeah, never. Oh, never. Next one was the cinnamon. Okay. You don't like Christmas, you see, and cinnamon's Christmassy.
Okay.
So instantly, I'm sort of like, I don't think that's true.
Okay. Are you gonna give me questions on it or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your favourite cinnamon flavoured thing?
Cinnamon lozenges.
I've blown this wide open. Let's see. So they're your favourite thing, and you will eat literally anything.
Didn't say they're my favourite thing. I said I love cinnamon flavoured everything.
Okay, what's your next favourite cinnamon flavoured treat? After lozenges.
Egg tarts.
Okay. And then pinball. Do you remember the Pokemon pinball level that wasn't the Pikachu one? It wasn't the one was Slowpoke or whatever that was.
No.
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 So you just remember those two. What did yours have?
Pikachu.
Do you not have two?
No, I only have one.
You sure?
Mhm.
My game had two.
No, I only have one. Mine was the actual hardware one.
Oh, not the game on the Game Boy.
No. Mine was the actual hardware.
Oh, then I
machine.
definitely remember this conversation because your mum was obsessed with it too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with the middle one. That's fake.
No,
What's fake?
the Pokemon Pinball.
Why?
That wasn't my favourite game. The majority of my childhood.
Why not? I thought you loved it.
Pokemon Red was my favourite game.
Fair. It was very good.
Yeah.
I personally preferred yellow.
Yeah, it was good, but then I
Does he
didn't like
follow
Pikachu
you
walking
on
about the
it?
entire
I loved
time.
it 'cause
I
he
did my
followed
head in.
Okay.
Absolutely did my head in.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, the last one. So, mine, I've had surgery and have scars. I had to get teeth out to get my braces in. And I rub my eye too much, and that's why I wear glasses.
Oh, that's a pain in the ass. They're all very like. Okay.
So, you get 2 questions of each.
Okay.
So, first one, I've had surgery and have scars.
Yeah. Where was the surgery for? Where was it?
Stomach.
And what was wrong with you?
Don't really remember. It was in like P7.
Right.
But I have 3
That's my
scars.
2 questions already, isn't it?
I have 3 scars.
That was my 2 questions, wasn't it?
Yes. That's
Well,
hard.
I said where was it?
And then you said
And
what was wrong.
why?
with you. No, you said what was wrong.
That
with
was that was one question. That was where and why. That was one question with 2.
you. I said stomach, and then you went, "What was wrong with you?" I said,
Yeah, I
it
know I
was
did. I know I did. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next one, I had to get teeth out to get my braces in.
See, that's believable though, because I think I did too. It's really hard. What teeth were they?
Back 4.
Back 4 of.
I keep. Yeah.
Okay, and why were what was the problem you had to get them out for? Were they
It
just
wouldn't fit, basically.
your brace wouldn't fit?
Yeah, because they couldn't
Okay.
go all the way back, and it wasn't like whenever my teeth were gonna move,
Mm.
these weren't gonna work.
Yeah.
Basically, so I had to get those out.
Yeah.
Why did you get yours out?
Because
Same reason.
no, I had baby teeth still.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
No flip.
Yeah, I have baby teeth where my fangs are at the minute.
Oh, so yours were the front.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, because mine were getting pulled. I'm giving too much away. Keep talking.
Well, that's my 2 questions, honest, isn't it? for
Yeah,
that
sorry.
one? And then your eyes.
Yeah, I rub my eye too much, and that's why I wear glasses.
I don't know why, but I think we've had this conversation before. It's annoying because I genuinely believe either I've dreamt it somehow.
That'd be a weird.
I can't go anywhere glasses. Just rub my eyes too much, man.
Turns around, some flat eyes.
That's tough. That's a very tough one. I don't even know what questions yet. Why were you rubbing your eyes? Were they itchy or something?
I don't know.
Well, that's one question gone. Like,
Sure, I didn't get glasses till I was 20 years old.
that's annoying because I'm pretty sure we had that conversation or something. You were. Well, that's definitely a truth in my mind. I think that's the
Okay.
truth. I don't even think I need another question for that one.
Okay, so you're happy enough to forfeit one question.
I think so.
Okay. It's a 50-50 shot.
I know it is, but is it though?
Yeah. You've narrowed it down to 2, which means 50.
Doesn't it doesn't matter. That could be wrong.
That's true.
So it's a 33. It doesn't matter.
True.
This is annoying. I don't like it at all. So the first one is you've got scars because you had surgery on your
Yeah.
stomach.
Yes.
And you've got 3 scars.
Yes.
The first, I think that's a lie.
It's true.
Is it?
Yeah.
So the middle one's a lie?
Yeah. I didn't ever have to get teeth out. I did have braces though.
Damn it.
There you go.
Damn it.
And the bottom one is also true. Because I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
I'm
could be said, yeah.
pretty sure we talked about that before.
Yeah, I gave myself an astigmatism in my,
Yeah,
in my
that's right.
eye.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
So that was.
So the middle one was the
It's a lie. Yeah. I didn't ever have to get teeth out. I was very.
That was what threw me off then.
Yeah.
But then I don't understand why I didn't pick. Actually, laughing when you said the back four.
Yeah, because I was
You only
like,
pointed the two.
no, I was like, I went like this with 2 fingers,
Oh, did you?
pointing out each side, because I know that people did have to get them taken out because their teeth were going to be pushed back, which mine were, but mine were lucky enough that these hadn't actually started coming down yet, so they just went back with them. Which is sort of like,
my teeth are just messed up as a kid. Like.
yeah.
I had my baby teeth. I was like 40. No, but I had my baby teeth for quite late.
Yeah, I've got 3 scars. I got one here, I got one in my belly button, and then one here.
Oh, you remember what it was for?
No, I literally was in P7. I got a Euro 2004 ball after coming out because I was good.
Oh wow.
Because I was unconscious.
That's nice.
Yeah. And then
That was the best ball as well.
it was class.
Yeah, I like
and
that
then I
ball.
played football in the back garden with my dad for a bit whenever I come back because I couldn't really move because it was really sore.
I can imagine.
Yeah, but
That's
they're only like 2 centimeters maybe.
Well, that's not too bad. Like.
So.
Oh, I still went out. I didn't get that right.
Yeah. There you go. Fun fact about me: I have had surgery on my stomach. Can't have been that big surgery really if they're only small. But it's the fact there's 3 of them. Like if I like lift my belly button and like do like pull it up a wee bit, you can see the wee line right around where they went in through there.
Well, it was 4. You must have to ask your mum about that.
Yeah, well, because
And that's
I
just
don't
like
really
really,
know.
really personal. I actually had to get my womb removed. So.
I had a twin in me.
Oh, okay
I
then.
only found it when I was 10.
That'd be such a weird thing. You alright, son?
But yeah, there you go. It came out and I was like, oh. No, I just remember one thing I do remember from the surgery is the first thing I did when I woke up was instinctively tried to sit up.
Oh no.
And I just like, oh, I'm just starting to cry because it was so sore.
Did you burst any of the stitches or anything? No.
I accidentally opened one myself, but like just put it back on again.
Oh.
And didn't tell anyone.
Oh.
So that scar's slightly bigger.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Because I was actually my mum was in getting a mods and I brought my Euro ball and went around and kicked the ball about in Marine Gardens, but like I was convinced it was like almost ready. I don't know why, but I pulled it a bit and like could see
Let's get open.
underneath.
Oh,
no, but like it like came off. I don't know whether I was dramatizing this or I'll never know whether this is real or whether it was me being like ooh.
Yeah.
But like I was convinced that I could see like sort of like pus stuff.
Yeah.
You know, from the healing. But pus only really happens when it's infected, so I don't know if that really ever happened. But whatever I seen freaked me out enough that I put it back
It could
down,
have been fat.
slapped it on, picked it up and ran.
It could have been fat or something. Could
It literally could have been because it was in
If
my...
it was white though, then it could.
No, it was like a yellowy colour.
Well, then fat is yellowy.
Yeah,
white,
it
isn't
could well have been, but I pure freaked out and ran back to mods because I was convinced everything was about to burst out of me.
Could you imagine like that? What was that film where the guy gets slashed in the middle of his intestines full of him?
A lot of films, but
No.
very specifically, it happens in Braveheart. He gets his
That's
stuff
right.
pulled out.
The werewolf film. Dog soldiers.
No, I've never seen it.
Very good.
No, I've never seen it.
The
But,
little sausages and stuff.
What?
The little sausages.
Alright.
Very
But,
badly done, but
I can imagine. But yeah, that's our intro to Lion, and it was interesting reading where it comes from. Like, why do we even lie? Where do we learn to lie? Because it's a bit mad if you think about it. Like, you're not taught. You just pick it up.
well, depends on where you go.
So, what did you find on why we lie,
On why we lie?
or how do we learn? Actually, we'll do that first. Like, how do we learn to lie?
I think you got the majority of that, but basically, I didn't get anything from why we learn to lie, but I got things from, why we lie.
Okay, I'll go through this very briefly. So
You got the very young sort of
yeah,
things. I've
like
got
when
quite-
you're a kid,
yeah.
why do kids lie?
and I've got sort of things that are more
Older.
our age now, I
Yeah.
suppose. Which no one lies. No one lies.
Obviously not.
Yeah, it's
That's
bad.
that's a
Bad,
lie.
bad, yeah.
But basically, research basically tells us there's this person called Margaret Muller, and she says that basically the first steps of a toddler aren't their actual steps; they're steps away from the mother. Like, because kids have egos, they want their own independence, they want to assert themselves, etc., etc. So,
Do you believe that?
sort of.
Mm.
Some kids, yeah, definitely.
I just punched them back to the mum. That's what happened.
You know, but like, if you think about it, like a lot of kids, whenever they're first learning to talk, what she says here, and I suppose it probably does ring true, is that a lot of parents want them to be like, say, mum or say dad, but babies and kids tend to say something shorter, like mama, dada, or whatever.
Yeah.
And a word that can come around quite a lot is no.
Yeah.
Because then you'd be like, no.
Yeah.
You know, some kids are just like, no.
Yeah.
That's them automatically saying, no, I want to choose myself. You don't get to tell me what I want.
Yeah.
And that could be the first thing they say. So it's their sort of way of establishing independence young, because also they are obviously dependent on their parents for like clothes and food and shelter, etc. Because that'd be amazing if a child could bring all that together. But like,
You ever watched that film, The Boss?
Boss Baby?
Boss
Yeah.
Baby? Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
But then it comes into the power of lying. So most children learn the art of lying as another route to establishing independence, so as opposed to just being like, no, I want to do this myself.
Yeah.
Kids could say that, for example, you know, did you eat that cookie? No. Or whatever. It's a way of them sort of being like, okay, if I say no, I didn't do it, then hopefully they'll forget about it, and then.
But that never happens. Like, you clearly ate the cookie.
Yeah, someone is
You've
eating
got
that.
chocolate
There's
all over your
three
face.
of us here,
Yeah.
and no one else has been in this room. Well, it wasn't me. It's like the wee kid that drew on the mirror. Who drew on the mirror? It was Batman. You ever seen that video?
I did it years ago. I think. Yeah.
And it was like Batman drew in the mirror.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
You
Was
know.
it not the kid? Was it the mum's lipstick or something? Was
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. He'd like drawn all the way. Was that Batman?
Yeah, the Batman.
Yeah.
To be fair, my dad lies a lot to me. He does.
Love your
And-
song.
No, he never tells me that. No, but whenever, like, because he does it an awful lot with food.
Uh-huh.
He says, I ate it to mum. Yeah!
That's incredible.
Isn't it? He says, I didn't eat it. But then he has this little smirk there. I was like,
Nah, he's
didn't eat
holding the packet.
It's in the bed and everything. No, but I swear to God, like, there's been some times where I've come down the stairs and mum's like, have you had my Turkish delight? No. Well, it's me being a kid just saying no. And then
No.
I didn't. No, not at all. And then she says to dad later, or if dad comes in after I come down the stairs, she says, did you eat my Turkish delight? No, I haven't touched any Turkish delight. But he says more. So I automatically thinks he's lying, whereas like, no.
No, you mean that one, the pink rubber? No, it wasn't me. The one that was in the third drawer of the fridge? No.
No. And then
Been there for 3 days, nobody's touched it.
and he walks over to the fridge and opens it and just stares in there.
The one that was right there.
But honestly, like it's insane that he still lies to me about that and lies to mum about that.
Yeah.
But obviously it's it's for a bit of crack. Like it's not like
exactly.
it's not malicious lying. Trying to hurt me.
Basically, it's funny you say that because Bill, this is weird every episode. So Bill Cosby has a classic routine where he walks in the kitchen and his young daughter has her hand in a cookie jar.
Okay.
And Cosby has obviously caught the kid red-handed, but nothing's said. So he doesn't be like, "Get what are you doing?" or "You're not allowed to." He doesn't say anything. Doesn't say anything. They stare at each other for a minute, and then, as if caught by surprise, the smart little girl takes her hand out with a cookie in it, hands it to your dad, and says, "This is for you."
Very clever.
Which, of course, isn't true. So, very, very clever.
But she might have been going, do you know what? My dad's been working really hard today. I'm going to go grab a cookie and come. Oh, he's actually walked in.
That's so weird.
That's so weird. There you go.
Basically, the sort of thought behind it as well is that lying establishes a secret, because you can't have a secret without lying.
Yeah.
So, basically, the two go hand in hand. Children keep secrets to have something special for themselves. So, for example, if you walk in and a kid talking away to them, who are you talking to? No one. But it could be an imaginary friend.
Or it could be a demon.
Or it could be a
never
demon.
know.
We've seen enough films.
Yeah.
But essentially, it says here as an example, your mum and dad or their parents don't know about the candy that Timmy had before dinner, or that he lied about brushing his teeth before going to bed. Basically, lying for kids is a form of power over their parent. It's a form of individualization, and for young children, by the way, it is considered normal. So basically,
yeah. So there you go. There's a bit of insight into kids or parents out there.
More or less,
know, if they do
it
lie,
is fine.
Don't be alarmed. You're not going to raise a liar, even
Probably.
though Clarky's right here. Like,
but
I've got one there saying avoiding punishment as well, because that's what they don't want to get punished for taking a cookie.
Exactly. Did you take that? Nope. And then they hope that it'll just go away, and they can be like, "Oh, thank God."
Yeah. You don't want to get a backhand or a belt.
Or a cricket bat. No, yeah, I know.
Yeah, but you don't want to get any of those. Like,
No.
no. Well, to be fair, it doesn't even happen anymore. I think there's like the majority of the parents just video their kids doing it, and they're like,
What
"Oh,
are you
prick."
doing? Yeah.
I don't understand why that's is that a form of punishment or something? Like maybe 20 years later, do you
Yeah.
see we see this video putting you on Facebook?
6.3 million people watched it.
What's a Facebook?
Yeah.
That'll be one of those things. But
Oh, you mean the net? That is now controlled by Facebook and Google wholly because they melded together and became
Skynet,
Gogbook? I don't know.
Godbook,
Gog.
Gogbook.
G-O-O-G.
Yeah. No, I got Good Book.
Good. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not Goggle. Oh my word. But do you want me to read this avoiding punishment one?
Yes, please.
It basically just reiterates what you said. It just starts lying. Often starts with wrongdoing. For whatever reason, we do something that others disapprove of. Woo! When they're in a position of greater power, they might punish us, even if not. Their disapproval may be punishment enough.
Oh, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
I hate when people used to say that though. But I remember like my friends used to say it because I'm assuming they used to get told that.
Probably.
My parents never told me that.
No, I don't think I ever got it either. But like, whenever I did hear it, I was like, oh, I don't ever want that. Like, I mean, whenever I heard other people say it,
I said the word sometimes.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, which doesn't put like enough salt in the potatoes or something. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
Just give me the world, I'll do it myself.
Yeah. In consequence, we deny the crime, pointing the finger at others, denying the action, or justifying the act with some fabricated excuse.
Mm-hmm. I get that. Yeah.
Have you ever done that? Have you ever like tried to steal something? If you can remember as a kid at all, like trying like even not like young like, but
probably when I was like super young. I mean, when I say super young, I mean like younger than like 10. So when I was like 7, maybe 6. But like one thing I do remember, I don't know what age I was, but I know I was quite young, and maybe it was a complete accident. I don't know.
A what?
Accident. I don't know.
An accident.
I don't know.
All right,
but,
Sean
like,
Connery.
an accident. But whenever I was maybe around 6 or 7, it could have just been a complete counting mistake, but I went into what used to be nearby.
Yeah,
down
right
there.
now.
Went down there and they obviously had where you would fill up your wee bag with sweets. And I
Did you steal?
I didn't steal, but like I counted too many, and like gave her the money, and she was like, "This doesn't feel right," and then emptied it in front of me and like counted it out again and put enough back in the bag and kept the rest to one side. Yeah.
Oh my word.
But it wasn't on purpose that I remember. So.
Okay.
So there you go.
Okay.
That's what I remember.
Mr. Steele.
Because I remember being like, "Oh shit!" There's like far too many. I didn't say that, but like I remember like.
Oh, shenanigans!
In my head, I just remember being like, "Oh no, that's like more."
Imagine doing that now. They'll go in the Tesco's and grabbing all those sweets and I'll be like, "Yo, here we go," and then some guy come over, you're like,
"What are you doing?
What are you doing?" But then taking them out and then like putting the like 4 or 5 gummy bears aside and being like, "There you go, that's your actual sweets." You'd be so gutted. You'd be like.
Yeah, no, like that's what I remember. Like that's one thing I remember. That it wasn't stealing as such, but like
it was close to stealing.
It wasn't. 'Cause I didn't get away with it, but like even
exactly. That's close to stealing.
But even at that, like I don't think it was on purpose because I don't ever steal. Like,
doesn't matter if you take something from someone else's premises without their permission. That's still stealing.
Should probably give you all your stuff back. No, that's
What? I did have a couple of controllers. Now they're all gone. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's one for avoiding embarrassment as well, I suppose. But then,
that's good because that's really close to this one again.
Okay, what do you want to say?
You go first, and then I'll.
It says when others might not directly punish us, embarrassment is a powerful form of self-inflicted punishment, which I would agree. It's terrible being embarrassed in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Especially Destiny, where we imagine what others are thinking and assume they're silently disapproving. The implied loss of esteem and social position that causes embarrassment is a powerful force on us, enough to make us lie to reduce the impact on our social position.
Cool.
Which happens a lot, I think, in today's day and age.
And a perfect example is
right
that Donald Trump saying that his inauguration crowd was bigger than Obama's first one, which was, if you look at the pictures, a complete lie.
Yeah, you can see the majority of the country. Like,
exactly.
Like the
it's just not that full in comparison. So
unless what they've done is they've copied and pasted.
Possibly.
Just kept doing that.
Possibly.
You know.
But basically, that his lie in that is to inflate his own image, because obviously he doesn't want to look like he's a lesser loved president than Obama was whenever he went in
Even though
first.
he is.
Another example of this is there was a guy in the 2016 Olympics, a guy called Ryan Lochte. He's an American swimmer. They claimed they were robbed at gunpoint. Do you remember this?
No.
No, I do. They remembered they said they were arrested. They said they were held up at gunpoint and stuff was stolen from them.
Okay.
But what actually happened?
In the swimming pool?
No, like at a
I'm
gas station.
joking.
No, at a gas station. So
Get your knickers off!
When in fact what actually happened was him and his team got drunk and they'd been confronted by armed guards after damaging property. So they were embarrassed and basically lied, saying, well, actually no, we were held up and robbed. No, you were wrecking stuff and you were caught by the police. Yeah.
What really like camera footage of that then?
I'm not sure, but I just remember seeing it in the news, being like, oh, where they were held up at gunpoint. And then as soon as that came out, I was like, oh my word.
I wish they were though, just like, you know, filmed or something so they get shown.
It probably
like,
is something, but
it'd be so good
it's
to
just,
see though.
It's just terrible. But basically, there's another one. Yeah, it's very short, this one really, but there's a guy called Hendrik Schön. He's a physicist. Jan Hendrik Schön. He's a physicist who said that he made breakthroughs in molecular semiconductor research. They were all fake.
What?
I have absolutely no idea how you'd think you could get away with that, but
then, yeah,
he did think he'd get away with it. He didn't though.
No, well, clearly
because then somebody tries it and they're like,
that's wrong.
That didn't work.
But then again, maybe just trying to get into like some sort of history book.
Nobel Prize or something.
He's not going to get a Nobel Prize with fake stuff though, is he?
No, probably not. Well, obviously not. But basically, this goes on to say that these liars all earn notoriety because of how
much of a liar they
just
are.
how obvious and like how provable their lies were. Like basically, what it goes on to say is that their lies doesn't actually really make them as much of like a disgrace, because all these lies just sit up there because they're famous or because they're politicians or whatever. But it's just what everyone's been doing forever. You know, like just lying about things like that.
Yeah, I think it's weird because we're talking about like the whole social aspect of things as well. Like whenever you're with your friends, and if your friends were to lie to you, as opposed to, you know, like a politician or something, you obviously take it more to heart because you know them a lot more. But it's still not as forgivable. I mean, there's still lies regardless. Like, you know what I mean? One's going to impact your social life, and one's going to impact your actual life. Like
your outside life.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then stuff that impacts you,
your finances, and depending on if they were to change taxes or whatever, it's, you know,
your ability to buy a house or
exactly
save money or whatever.
But then I think it's strange because it annoys me as well whenever like your friends just sort of like, I used to like, years ago, like I used to know things that people didn't know
that you knew,
that I knew.
They don't know that we know they know.
Yeah,
like in Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I used to like that a lot.
Yeah.
Because then I could just sort of talk to them and be like, okay, and then go home and just be like, yeah, that was really fun tonight. Yeah. And then eventually just
be like, here, I knew that the whole time.
Yeah. And then they're like, oh, well, it's and you're like, well, you shouldn't have lied.
Exactly.
But I don't think lying really does get you anywhere. Like, really, does it?
No. And that's actually what this next paragraph says. It's nuts, honestly. It's honestly like I've like sent you this, but
yes.
Basically it says lying, it turns out, is something that most of us are very adept at. We lie with ease in ways big and small to strangers, co-workers, friends and loved ones. Our capacity for dishonesty is as fundamental to us as our need to trust, which ironically makes us terrible at detecting other lies. Being deceitful is woven into our very fabric, so much so that it would be truthful to say that to lie is human.
Wow.
Because
it's weird. I've got a thing on how to find out how they're lying and stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
I can go through them in like 2 seconds.
Nice.
But carry on.
No, but basically, I'm just going to stop at the end of that because I think there's a wee sort of talking points in there. Yeah. But I think a lot of what that says is very true because, you know, if you think about even just something as simple as like a social situation where maybe you're invited somewhere, but you're sort of invited because they feel they have to, not because they really want to.
Yeah.
You know, and again, that same be like,
Well, I
no,
wouldn't
no,
know. I wouldn't.
no, but you know what I'm saying. So basically, like they could be like, oh no, I definitely want you to come, and you're like, I believe you because I need to.
Yeah.
You know, you're lying to yourself in the way that I know that I am gonna be needed in this situation or I'm wanted in this situation, even if you're sort of have that inkling somewhere that, I don't know.
I think it's harder to tell when people are lying these days. Well, unless you're in front of them and stuff, unless you're like some sort of mad CIA agent, like. But I mean, whenever it comes to actually talking to them through text and stuff, now,
social
like,
media,
unless you really know that person,
yeah,
you're gonna know there's something seriously wrong. But I've got a couple of things here to say, you know, to sort of pick up on if you're in front of these people.
right,
Pick up on their posture.
Okay.
Someone who's lying will often show with their body language, as in like they would like maneuver quite quickly and they'd be like
yeah,
looking them all over the place and stuff, which comes to the next one, which is looking them in the eye.
okay.
Do you think would you think you'd ever be able to pick out someone lying if you were looking them in the eye? Because I do as well, because the majority of the time they don't have really good eye contact.
Yeah, but a lot, like, I find some people just don't like eye contact, so, and that's fair because some people are uncomfortable with it, but
Yeah, it's understandable, like, but then again, I mean, what are you ever gonna do? What are you supposed to look at then? Just their nose?
I've heard that apparently if you look just above, like if I look at your forehead like now,
Why are you looking?
it sort of looks like I'm looking at you, but I'm not.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Well, don't do that. 'Cause now I'm gonna constantly think you're looking at my forehead for some reason.
Yeah. Just it's literally, for anyone who wants to try it, it's literally just, see if you just look just above the eyebrows, just there, it still looks like you're looking at the eyes.
It's just, no, it makes you feel uncomfortable.
It's weird, isn't it? Because now, if I hadn't told you I was doing that,
Yeah,
you would
now-
think I'm just really good at it.
Now you're just looking at my forehead.
I know, but now you know I'm doing that.
That's just getting my head in. We've got notice the rate of their movement, which obviously comes down to their pay attention to their story, which is there's a quote out there as well. Isn't it? A good liar has to have a good memory,
Yeah.
which in most cases is not the case, because I know
Yeah.
a good few people that just decide to talk and whatever comes out of their mouth in that day comes out of their mouth in that day,
Yeah.
whether it be a lie or the truth. But then they could tell something like the next week and be like, oh yeah, I told you that last week where, you know,
Such and such.
you
Yeah.
didn't tell me that bit.
Yeah.
Oh no, it definitely did. No, you didn't. No.
That's like remember the story I told you a while back about the detective on the Nerdist podcast?
Yeah.
Joe Fonda.
Yeah.
He had this technique whenever he was going in. Did I tell you this? He was going
Yeah.
in. Yeah, I think so. But for everyone else that hasn't listened to it, so basically he would go in with like his top button undone, tie pulled down. He might like drop a couple of books on the way in to interview someone. Like in the room, and they pick them up and be like, okay, sorry. So he would then sit down in front of them. He wouldn't open a book. And he would just sort of go, okay, let's not just waste our time. You just tell me what happened and I'll get out of here, and then that'll be it. So then he would sort of slouch down in the seat, but he would pay very careful attention to everything they would say.
Yeah.
And then the guy would tell the story, probably feeling more comfortable, like thinking this guy does not want to be here. I'm going to get away with this if I just tell him the story that I've made up. So he makes careful note of what the details in his mind. He would then sit up straight, pull his tie up, open his notebook and say, and tell me it again. And then as soon as the first thing that he said that wasn't the same as the first story, he would say, that's not what you said before. And then he would instantly know, I've got you.
It's true. It's a very, very good way of doing it. Like,
Brilliant tactic. He had something like a 93% success rate in
cases
convictions for homicides.
That's insane. Like,
something like that. Could be more. I could be just crediting him a bit there, but it was massively high.
that's one thing there. Take stock of their response as well. That would because obviously whenever they're
Did I say his name was?
John Fonda.
No, that's wrong. But anyway, sorry.
Yeah, so like take stock of their response. Obviously, whenever that guy, I'm assuming, would be like, yeah, well, I've told the whole story now.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that off my chest, nothing on my shoulders, and then your man sits up and goes, right, tell me it again. And you'd be like, oh, oh dear, what's going on?
Oh, what did I say?
Yeah, that would be that one, and then the next one would be lean in. So apparently, whenever you're telling someone a lie and they lean into you, then either if you're telling them the truth, then fair play to you. But if you're not, then they're gonna be sort of like some sort of mad detective, just lean in right in front of your face and be like, "Yo, you're telling lies."
Mm-hmm.
Pay attention to how they shake their head. So they could be like, what? I don't know. Maybe they have like really mad neck spasms or something.
Right.
But apparently that's why your body can betray you so often when lying, and even a simple tip of the head can be your doom. Former CIA officers take the identification of cues a step further to discover if someone is lying. One example mentioned is verbal, non-verbal disconnect. If someone is saying yes but shaking their head no, this is a potential sign of deceit.
Okay.
And then the last one is pick up on any differences in their behaviour. So
Interesting.
if you're ever sort of, I don't know, it's unless you really know that person that well, you wouldn't really pick up on any of those things. I don't think.
Not unless you know it's common. I don't. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's no real way you would even be able to tell. Like, if you were to come in here and tell me lies, like, it's always the first thing. Because I remember whenever I first met a couple of friends, like years and years and years ago, not friends of them anymore, like, but
Mhm.
whenever they sort of talked to me beforehand, they were like saying about certain things, and then you would get to know them eventually, and the stories that you heard at the start were like, they don't really sound like you are now. Like, maybe they've changed, but then you were like, oh, do you remember that time you told me that story? And you're like, no. Oh,
So that wasn't.
so it wasn't true
Yeah.
then. What about all these other stories you've told other people, and they've now told other people, and they're not true then? Well, I have no idea what you're on about. Oh, okay then.
But that's the thing. Like I always find the worst people to lie to are your friends
Yeah.
because, I mean, like what do you think they're gonna do?
I don't understand why you would. I mean, unless you've done something ridiculously bad, like murder someone or stole. Well, no, but seriously, like what could your friends possibly think of you?
His name is Joe Kenda. Sorry,
Joe Kenda. Okay.
the other guy was a bass player.
John Fonda.
Joe Fonda.
Joe Fonda.
He
Oh.
was a American bassist, a jazz bassist. Apologies.
Why were you thinking of him? Just thinking of some smooth jazz.
I don't know.
Oh dear.
Oh, sorry. Right. Sorry. Back on topic. Sorry. That was gonna annoy me.
Yeah, well, no, but like, what are you gonna do? Like, what are your friends gonna be like? Well, I mean, what could be the worst lie your friend could possibly tell you?
Yeah, I mean, if you can't tell your friends, who can you tell?
Yeah.
You know, like, and the thing I always find is that, see, with friends, if they're good friends, there's nothing you should be embarrassed about
Yeah.
ever. So
Yeah.
like, be that, having a hard time, be that, I don't know, something going on at home, or be that how much you earn at work, what you do at work.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No,
Like,
I agree.
why? Like, if one person was like, "Oh, I earn 12 grand a year," and your friends with somebody who earned 20 grand a year, that other person is no better than your friends. Why does it matter?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? That's a stupid example, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
like,
but it's the simplest of things. Though. Like that, they're very very minor things you would lie about.
yeah,
But I mean,
there's no need.
there's no need to.
Yeah,
even
exactly.
bother
Because
with it.
it's not like, it's not like I'm gonna look at somebody who earns X amount more than me and be like, "Oh my word, you're like amazing." I just don't care.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same. I just.
Do you know what I mean?
Like,
Like,
it'd be the same thing if someone said to me, "I've got 20 TVs in my house."
yeah, cool.
Why?
You can watch one at a time. So well done.
But why would you do that? Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
you know.
It just doesn't make any sense to me at all. But
But it sort of comes back to where they think lying even arose from. So just coming from what we were saying there, but why do you feel the need to?
Yeah.
So like they believe that lying as a behavior arose basically shortly after languages started coming around, because then the ability to manipulate people using physical force,
yeah,
so survival of the fittest as such, in terms of physical fitness, was no longer as important.
yeah,
So basically, it then meant that the smart people that could manipulate to get resources, food, women, mates, whatever they needed,
yeah.
became basically deception became as important as physical.
It's weird you
So-
say that as well, because the majority of the time now through kids growing up between like 10 and
Whatever.
15, 16, the games like role playing games,
Mm-hmm.
they offer an awful lot of those to them.
Skills.
Like I mean,
Yeah.
they could just be like, oh, if I have like 10% charm, then there you go.
That's it.
That person has told that person a complete
I've got
lie.
a much higher chance of that landing.
Yeah, but they're telling lies in the game, and the majority of the kids these days look at films, TV, and games to learn from.
Mhm.
And if they're doing that and that, then I mean, there's something seriously going on in their minds as well.
Like, basically, there's a Harvard professor, it's called Cicella Bach, and she says that lying is so easy compared to other ways of gaining power. It's much easier to lie in order to get somebody's money or wealth than it is to hit them over the head or rob a bank.
Yeah, robbing
So-
a bank's a lot more stressful as well.
Yeah, so basically,
I would know.
I think that just sort of goes with what we were saying. Like, people lie because they feel it's a way to get an upper hand sometimes. It's the whole power thing, going back to that.
Yeah.
It goes back to, again, what you were, whenever you were kids, it's power over your parents to be able to be like, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Don't know what happened.
Yeah. Don't know what happened, I'm sorry.
I've got some lovely stats as to, basically this all adds up to 100%. But from this, basically they asked a certain amount of adults, don't really know, but why they lied. So 22% of people was personal transgression, was basically to cover up a mistake. 14% was to avoid or escape other people. So basically, I've got to go here.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. Like, I seen a thing the other day, which is always answer the door with your coat on. Because if it's someone you don't want to talk to, you can tell them you're just about to head out. And if it's someone you do want to talk to, you can just say you've just got in. So, either way.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense,
Clever.
but you're also lying.
You are. But I just seen that the other day. I was like, that is really clever.
But then there's
Which is
obviously
the
white
avoidance.
lies. There's white lies there as well. Like, I mean, there's a bit. Yeah, that makes sense. But I mean, that's a lot of time to go and put your.
But just if you have one there, I don't know. Some people do it.
Brushing up in the surgery. I gotta get my coat.
So that's 36% was basically that particular part. The next part are all basically to promote yourself. So, economic advantage, so financial benefits, 16% of people lie for those, 15% to bring benefits beyond money, so just things they may need.
How would you lie to get that though?
So, for example, I'm sure you could be like, I want to get into a club and don't have ID. Here's somebody else's. I'm gonna hand that in, and that's gonna get me into this club. Just as an example.
Yeah.
That's obviously whenever you're younger, but 8% is 8% is to shape a positive image of yourself. So basically, that's probably very similar to that whole line about how much you earn or whatever.
There is no point.
What's
it gonna gain?
Lying to make people laugh, so sort of making stories, bigger,
exaggerate?
funnier. Yeah,
Oh,
no real need for that. So this 11% of this was to impact others. So 5% lie to help people. So I don't know if somebody's like having to go, somebody like, hold on, they were with me all night, ignore them.
Yeah, I've actually got a thing there, supporting their friends. Another way to lie. Yeah.
4% uphold social rules or avoid rudeness, and just be polite basically.
Yeah.
2% to hurt other people, to physically cause I don't know, to put out like a claim that somebody's done something against you and then turn everyone against them. And then unclear motives make up 9%, so people actually don't know why they've done it. 7% of people are just like, I have no idea why I said that. For example, that was a brilliant one where I was in training for a job once. We were all sitting around the table and this girl had been asked in her interview, you going on any holidays anywhere? She was going to Paris, but her answer was, yeah, I'm going to New York. And the girl then said, like, really, where? And she goes, I don't know why I said that. I'm not going to New York, I'm going to Paris. So it was just the most random thing. But oh my word, we all were wetting ourselves. It was amazing. And then 2% basically are pathological liars, so they just literally do it to disregard reality. So by saying, oh no, I was at XYZ at that point in time, literally just to be like, well, I was involved, so.
I remember. I remember so many times people have said that as well.
Yeah.
Oh, were you down on that night? No, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Were you there? Oh, I was there. Like,
yeah,
they were working. I got off. Got any job for one night? It's insane. So many people get on like that. Like,
yeah,
it's actually crazy. I have a few stats as well. I think we actually went through a couple of these earlier on, but There was 4 people that I think you've already guessed that who gets lied to the most: parents, friends, siblings, or spouses. And you got them all in the correct order.
So what were they again? I'll see if I can do it again.
Parents, friends, siblings, spouses.
Parents, friends, spouse. No, parent, friend. Oh my god, what were they?
Parents, friends, siblings, spouses.
In that order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to throw you off, but yeah.
I couldn't remember what the third one was, but
yeah. So 86% are parents get lied to the most. 75% are friends. That's quite high, I think.
Yeah, that's very high. I don't know why you
siblings, 73. Why would you lie to your brother or sister? What are they gonna do? Unless you're like 7 and they're like 18. Like, Oh,
Yeah.
Jimmy took the cookie.
Did you take my packet of sweets out of the fridge?
No. But then again, like, say if you're 18 and you stole the cookie, you can just blame it on your 7-year-old kid. You know, but
Yeah, it did. What are you gonna do?
And then spouses, 69%.
Oh my word!
It's crazy, isn't
No, I
it?
don't like that.
No, that's crazy.
That's not good.
The most lies are seen on dating sites. Can you guess the amount of percent that would be on a regular dating site at all?
80?
No, close. 10% more.
No way.
90%.
I don't know what they're lying about. I would assume guys' height and girls' size.
Size of what? Size of themselves?
Yeah.
Like
Like
weight?
if you have to put that in, I don't know. Never been on one.
I had no idea.
But you know the way guys tend to try and make themselves like an inch taller. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been on a dating site, so.
But I'm only taking that because of like memes and stuff. You know the way like there's always that meme that the odd misogynist will share, being like, how dare you ask about my height if I'm not allowed to ask about your weight?
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
people, yeah, but then.
That's why I'm guessing that, by the way. Just
Okay, you don't need to justify. That's fine. I just said, but like, why would you ever lie on a dating site and then go like, I am 6'4", you're 5'8". What has happened? Oh, I shrunk actually on the way
I
down.
was wearing really big shoes.
I actually walked past a steam room, but you wouldn't believe it. And 40% actually lie on a CV.
No, I've never done that. No.
Don't see the point.
For half a second, I was like, "Have I?" But no, I've never done that.
I just don't see the point. Like, why would unless your employer's gonna like dig in and be like, ring your last employer and be like,
References.
was it like what he says here, or was it no? It was dreadful. It was an awful.
I'm not allowed to do that anymore.
Oh, they're not.
You're not allowed to give a negative reference.
So then, what's the point?
So most references are literally just they call up and be like, "Did he work here between then and then?" Yeah. Was this his role? Yeah. Okay, thanks. Character references don't really happen that often.
That's strange.
Like they used to, but if they do ask for a character reference, you're not allowed to say they're crap. You just have to be like, for example,
could have worked a bit harder. Just
yeah, like for example, you could be like, okay, he was really good on the computer, or she was really good on the computer, and they were, always on time, blah blah. Anything else you want to add? I wouldn't hire them again.
oh wow.
Possibly. That's sometimes a question, but that's only if it's a character reference. I don't think they really do those
I
anymore.
suppose they really can't now because it's more of it's like a cool equality.
Because if
type
you
of
think
thing,
about it,
isn't
you could have like left your job and your boss could be bitter
yeah.
about you leaving, but you could have been amazing.
Yeah.
But then their character reference could be like, nah, don't give them a job, don't do it. They
It
could
makes
just,
it makes 100% sense, yeah. But I suppose in this day and age you couldn't really do it because
which is a lie on their part.
yeah.
Ooh.
Real lions, bad people.
Mm-hmm.
Everyday lying. I've got a couple of things here. 12% of adults admit to telling a lie often or sometimes,
Okay.
which is sort of a lie in itself, isn't it? Really.
Well,
if you think of that, right? So parents, friends, siblings, and spouses, 86, 75, 73, and 69%, and then 12 adults admit a lie.
I honestly don't think I lie that much.
I don't lie that much.
Like,
I lie an awful lot whenever I'm surprising somebody. Like the other day.
yeah, for good things.
Yeah, but I brought Lauren around some of those Malteser truffles.
Nice.
I was like,
are they good?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, I wouldn't know. I only get one. So, but I savor that one
I've still got it in my
days.
mouth now.
for days. And I hid it in a drawer where the sweets aren't usually there. And I was like, I genuinely forgot your sweets. Just like, you're an idiot. And I was like, I know. And then I was like, I did bring them though. And then I was like, go and find them. And then I did like a little
Week game.
yeah,
Nice.
week. Yeah, I was like, there you go. But then that's about the height of lies you would say. Now, for me personally, I wouldn't want to be lying to people.
I just say like Rachel. I just don't lie to her, honestly.
I just don't see the point.
I like make jokes, for example.
Oh yeah, but
like
that's not
in the same way of your sweets.
Yeah.
How can you build a relationship with someone or even your friends? I don't see the point in lying to your friends.
Yeah.
Like,
that doesn't make any sense.
I
But
feel like I'm just gonna circle around because lying annoys me so much.
yeah, no, it annoys me as well. It really
Yeah.
does. This one sort of worries me a bit though. 80% of women admit to telling harmless half truths occasionally.
What's considered a half truth? So like, oh, do you like these jeans? Yes.
Well, you nod your head and like say no at the same time,
Yeah.
or
Oh, they're nice. Shaking their head at the same time.
I don't know what a
Yeah.
half truth would be. Maybe I don't know. I have no idea. We should probably ask Rachel and Lauren about that. What's a half truth then? What? How'd you do that?
Where'd you find out about those?
We've been doing some of our research, 31% of people admit to lying on their CVs. 13% of people.
The what, sorry?
31% of people admit to lying on their CVs. 13%. So that's 31% of people admit to lying, whereas 41% or 40% actually do.
I'm not
So-
how they're supposed to read it. They're lying or not. Sorry.
That's a dreadful.
Sorry,
just
sir.
bring it
Can
out
you
to the
move?
employer.
Can you move, please? I can't.
You didn't lie on your CV. What? Is that what you're supposed to do?
My dad always.
My
used to-
friend told me to lie on it.
My,
If someone of my friends were so literal, they'd be like,
that'd be incredible.
what have I done?
Where is he? Oh, he's lying on his TV. But they're off for the bank holiday. I know. No, my dad used to always say like, can you throw me that over? Or say if he'd be like, I'd be like, can you throw me that over? He'd be like, what? He'd be like, that there? What? I'd be like, that lion there? He'd be like, lion? Where? I'd be like, oh my god. It'd be the worst.
Oh.
You know, one of those jokes that was just terrible.
Yeah, dad
Yeah.
jokes. Yeah.
Exactly. I'd be like, oh, see that lion over there? What lion? You're like, oh my god.
There was a dad joke I seen on Facebook the other day. It was this granddad that was trying to tell it, and he just couldn't tell it. And I swear, I'm trying to think of it now. I can't even.
That's the guy who's reading it from his joke book.
Yeah, and he's crying.
I know which joke I know what you're talking about, but
It's
I
about the
do
bear.
not.
Oh, that's what it was. Well, that's what it was. He goes. He comes into the bar and he says, "Can I have 3 beers?"
Yeah.
And the bartender's like, "What's with the big paws?" He goes, "I'm a bear."
Oh, 3
yeah.
beers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, "What's with the big paws?" He's like, "I'm a bear." Oh, that's so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, it's dreadful.
I
Absolutely
like it.
dreadful.
I like it.
I've got a couple more here. Just
Uh-huh.
13% of patients lie to their doctor.
Okay.
You ever lie to your doctor?
No, I don't really ever go.
I've never seen my doctor, so I
Shouldn't
don't
go.
lie to them ever.
I probably do need to go soon, but I haven't.
I don't think I need to go to the doctor anytime soon, ever again. 32% of patients stretch the truth to their doctor, so...
Like
What's
making it
tr-
worse
Yeah.
or better? Probably both.
Yeah, probably both, yeah.
That's dangerous though.
It is.
Because you could if you make it worse, you could end up on things you don't need to be on.
I think the biggest lie is
And
how
equally,
many...
if you make it better, then you're not going to be on things you need to be on. That's scary.
That is scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think the biggest lie they tell their doctor is how much they consume alcohol within a week.
Never.
But that's how I think people would...
Probably, yeah.
Because they'd be like...
They probably don't think of, having 1 or 2 in front of the TV.
Yeah.
On like a Thursday or whatever.
As opposed to having 25 at the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that's probably one of the biggest lies.
Mm-hmm.
30% lie about their diet and exercise regimens.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, don't know. Maybe to make themselves feel better.
I had no pizza today.
3 Chinese, isn't it? Yeah.
6 lies are told daily by men to their partner, boss, or colleagues.
Okay. I don't think I did that today.
You don't?
No.
What are you crossing your fingers for?
No.
Oh, no, they don't know that.
No, I don't. No. I don't think I did. Anyway.
Well, apparently 3 lies are told daily by women to their partner, boss, or colleagues. So these percentages are all
I think
wrong.
I have to reread every text. And be like, here.
There's 3 lies.
Prove
3
all
lies.
these.
Could you imagine, 3 lies are told daily by women to their partners? So if you went through how many texts you got within one day, you'd be like, which one was a lie?
3. You've
There's
texted
3?
me 3 times. All of these are a lie.
This day is a lie.
Don't you dare morning me.
Good morning. Is it? Lying is considered more common among phone calls than face-to-face chats.
Yeah, imagine that's very true.
Yeah, because you can't actually tell.
Yeah.
Which we said earlier on.
Like, you could be like,
Prick.
pull on a face. Yeah,
And then you
exactly.
just mute yourself. Unmute it.
No, honestly, from having worked in that sort of environment, even now, if the guys are on the phone work, sometimes they'll be on mute and be like, oh, and then be like, yeah, I'm still here. But literally just be like, oh my god.
The guy should snap the phone. Well, that's that phone call over. 1 lie in every 7 is discovered as far as liars can tell. 1 lie in every 7 is discovered as far as liars can tell.
Okay.
A tenth of lies are just exaggerations, and 60% were outright deceptions.
Okay.
And then 70% of liars claim they would tell their lies again. And then Americans tell an average of 11 lies a week.
It's not that
That's
bad.
not that bad considering it's 3 a day.
Yeah. That's somehow magic.
Which
Their
is also
weeks-
another
their
lie.
Days, their days must be 3 days. Weeks
Yeah.
must be 3 days long.
Strange looking it.
They're living in the year 3040. Because they're Yeah. Anyway,
Because we're what?
because their weeks are much shorter apparently.
Yeah, well, 3 lies within a day makes 11 in a week, so there you go. Makes
Figure
all
it
the
out.
sense, yeah. I've got some common reasons for lying.
Okay.
6 to be exact. Lying to save face.
Yep.
Shift the blame.
Yep. Kids, and also adults.
Adults all the time as well. Because I remember getting a phone call when I was like 15 or 16 from like a friend around here. They don't live here anymore, like, but like, you coming out, and then eventually like went to play football and stuff, and they were like, "Did you hear? You know, no, I didn't hear that." He goes, "Well, we're all hearing that." And I said, "Oh, well, that's not good, is it?" And then they came out. We asked them, like, "No, that's a lie," and then we all believed them. And then nothing ever like changed from that. We all were like, "Oh, okay," because they were such a good friend at the time. And then eventually it was like, "Oh, well, that was a lie then." So well done them.
All lies.
So there's the other one: avoid confrontation. So obviously just say that, to be like, "Yeah, I don't really care."
Yeah.
Get one's way, which is also very maybe lying. You just bring it up from a kid's perspective, and just you never change from a kid.
I just think you basically just get better at it. Like, you know that if you build around certain things and make it sound slightly better, like put a bit of reality in there, and then people can be like, "Oh, that's true, so that all must be true."
The people that do my head whenever they say, "Oh, do you remember you were there with me?" And then you're like, "No, I wasn't."
No. Yeah.
Like, "Oh no, you definitely were. Was it Billy? Oh, it was Billy."
Probably the other guy.
Yeah.
And then they give themselves an option.
Yeah.
And then they've gotten out because they're like, it wasn't them.
Yeah.
In fact, this is all fake.
Well, here's one here, right? So I've always had a bit of a misconception of this one, because lie to be nice.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say do you do that because that's not really fair, but would you do that if it was to sort of make the situation a bit more positive than it would negative?
Depends what it is.
I don't know.
It's quite open, like.
Well, if it was something, say, personal with you and a friend,
like,
or
for example, going back to the party thing, from the mindset one, if we mentioned that maybe they won't really want you there, but they sort of feel like they have to, that sort of thing. But basically, if we use that, like, some people might be like, "Oh, well, why am I not invited?" But the answer might be because they don't like you.
Yeah.
But then to save a bit of feeling there, you could be like, they just don't know you that well.
Yeah. So you would lie to sort of lighten that sort of situation like that?
Probably because in that sort of scenario, that's the lesser of two evils, and it also sort of leaves that open for a potential friendship as opposed to killing it there and then.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I would agree. And I don't think that's a lie that's gonna really cause any big issue either. Like, there's gonna be
no, definitely not. But a lie is still a lie. Like, what context you use it in.
Yeah.
The last one, lying to make yourself feel better.
Like Donald Trump.
Yeah, exactly.
And the inauguration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would lie to make yourself feel better in any sort of sense, because especially in a sense that people can literally Google everything and be like, well, you can just see there's two pictures are here beside each other. Obama had more people, you didn't. It's not.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you could have doctored this, but you didn't.
It's fact. Like, well, but you could have doctored it, but I'm sure people out there could have been like, well, I can see it.
Yeah, like the newspapers would have had their own, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, like, just I suppose as we're coming to a close, this is one that I found quite interesting towards the end of the article that I was reading. So researchers have shown that we're especially prone to accepting lies that affirm our worldview. So the confirmation bias thing that we've spoken about before. So memes that claim Obama was not born in the US, deny climate change, or accuse government of masterminding the terrorist strikes, 2001, 9/11. Basically, any alternative facts. That's what a Trump advisor actually called that inauguration picture, by the way. An alternative fact.
Because that's what a lie then?
Yeah, that's literally right.
I'm not lying, I'm just not telling the truth.
But basically, all those thrive on the internet because people pick on them. And, like, you know that quote that's like, never believe everything you read in the internet? Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, you know that?
Yeah.
So that is literally exactly what I'm saying. So, like, for example, you'll see a meme and it'll be like something really ridiculous, and you'll be like, is that true? And then you'll Google it just to make sure, even though it's just a picture.
Yeah, it's weird as well that we actually just sort of rely on the internet to
but it is our news feed now. Like, it's not papers, it's nothing like that. And, like, there used to be I don't know how long ago this was, maybe 6, 7, 8 years ago. Telegraph used to have an AM and PM edition.
Really?
Twice a day. Yeah, we used to have to do it in the shop.
That's insane.
Yeah, so no need anymore, obviously.
No, obviously not.
So basically, just to finish off this
That's a lot of trees.
it was basically debunking these alternative facts, if you want to call them. Debunking them doesn't actually take away from their power at all, because people actually look into the evidence through an existing framework of their beliefs. So sort of touching on the mindset again, they already think this is the way it is. So basically, this is a quote from a guy called George Lakoff. He's a cognitive linguist at the University of Berkeley in California. If a fact comes in that doesn't fit into your frame, you'll either not notice it, or ignore it, or you'll ridicule it, or just be puzzled by it, or if it's threatening to your beliefs, you'll attack it. So basically, even if a lie, if a lie fits your mindset, if it fits what you believe and it fits in with what you're basically telling everyone else and it works with whatever you're saying, you're more likely to believe that than you are if somebody presents you the truth in a form. You'll be like, nope, don't believe that for a second. So I suppose fun one. What's a funny lie you've told ever? Just to finish.
Put me on the spot. Like, that's pretty funny. Like,
have you ever had one that you're like looking back on it now, you're like, oh, that's terrible, like, but it's funny? Like, why did I do that?
No, I know you have though.
Mine's
I certainly have. Yeah. I honestly, genuinely, I mean, maybe to my parents, like, but like maybe it was like something to do with a chocolate or something. No, I think I stole Mum's egg or something one year.
It was you the Turkish delight, wasn't it?
No, I think I stole Mum's egg or something one year for Easter.
Oh dear.
Yeah, because I think we had the same egg. Yeah.
I thought it grew back.
No, I think this isn't. I don't know if I dreamt this or not. Because again, dreams are just like I can dream about whatever.
Yeah. What was your dream about me again?
You talk.
I rub my eyes.
Yeah.
Like the guy from Pan's Labyrinth, but rubbing my eyes all the time.
Oh dear.
Like that.
But yeah, if that well, to be fair, I was hoping you weren't gonna do that. I mean, if I'm not telling a lie now, then if I'm not telling a lie about then I'm telling a lie now. It seems anyway.
That's the worst.
But I'm pretty sure I stole Mum's egg as a kid. Sorry, Mum.
Yeah. Yeah, very good.
But by all means, do tell your lovely lie if you want to. I mean,
it's terrible. It was 100% necessary, and it's at the time I didn't know what else to do. So to set the scene,
no, there's no excuse for it.
I was in Hollywood Boulevard. I was on my own. I went on a trip my own to LA for a week or 9 days or 10 days, whatever it was. I can't remember. And I was in Hollywood Boulevard, and if anyone's ever been there, it has a lot of people who would like sell stuff along the streets, and there tends to be people who try and give you like albums, and if you take their CD, just a warning, they will ask you for money. So I'd been asked by the same guy about 4 times. He just wouldn't leave me alone. So the next time I walked past him, and I'd ignored him every time, so the next time I walked past him, he stopped me. And he was just like, what, do you not like music? So, in the moment, I pretended to be deaf and told him that I was deaf, and he then apologized, and I then pretended I couldn't hear his apology.
This is dreadful.
I know, and then I left, and next time he seen me, he just waved, and I waved back, and that was fixed. But that is the single worst thing I've ever done in my life, because I think that is horrible. Because there are people that suffer with that every day.
Definitely.
It was truly awful, but
I just
to this day I have no idea what came over me, why I did that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in that percentage that, like, why'd you do that? I don't know.
Yeah.
I could have very easily just been like, look, I don't listen to rap.
Yeah.
Or whatever's on that. But no, I didn't. I lost a lot of face.
Now you just assumed while he was listening, he was just making rap music as well.
Well, that's what it tends to be. Like
Oh.
whenever you're walking along, it does tend to
Okay.
be like that type of music. Because then
What's
you like a lot of, and that's, you know, that is generalizing, but a lot of the people along there, would, for example, you do see them stop like some tourists, and if they do get them, they're like, "What, you don't like rap?" Like that is like all I've ever heard.
Yeah.
So I just assumed that's what he was giving me, and I
Yeah.
just didn't want it.
I think you actually did just say, "Do you not like rap?" I'm pretty sure you said that.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay, well then, yeah, word for word. There you go.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
So
But still, it doesn't condone
no,
the.
oh, it was horrendous.
To be fair though, if I was there, I probably would have cried.
With laughter.
No, just cried in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, all he needed to do to poke through that very thin veil was to go and start pretending to speak sign language to me.
Mm.
Because I'd have been like, oh my god, I don't know this, and this could be real. He could have taken me on.
That's true. Actually, that's true.
But
How
I
weird
got,
would that have been? How weird would that have been? Like,
and then I just start doing it back, and then
Yeah.
I take him back on,
and just start doing
and it
the
becomes a thing. I know how to say thanks, so
in sign. How do you
So-
say thanks in sign?
I think it's just this.
No, show them.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you are. That's
I enjoyed that one. That was good. I
That's
enjoyed
probably
that.
the last time anyone ever listens to this.
Probably.
After that horrendous.
Yeah, but like,
submission.
get rid of that fella. I know.
Just it'll just be Phil next week. I'm done.
Yeah. Well, I stole, so you know.
It's true.
Yeah.
We might not even have another episode. You won't be allowed.
Probably not.
You won't be allowed back on.
No, I've got a stealer and a mimer.
I don't
A
know.
fraud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's horrible. See, the more I think about that story, it was funny the first time, and now it's just sad.
Yeah. Yeah. The first time he told me it, I was like, well,
Oh dear.
that's not good.
Yeah. So yeah, we will call that an episode, I think, folks, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye.